Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 11, Makeup, Slip-Ups, and Cover-Ups. So Drew is outside. She's still, tearful. Sonya and Kenya have gone after her. Sheree as well. They've gone after her to see what's going on. Candy say, and scene, because she's not buying any of it. She's crying and she's getting more and more agitated because Sheree is out there basically like, okay, I don't understand what did I say that upset you? What's wrong with you? Drew feels dismissed. She feels like I'm trying to be vulnerable and you're being dismissive. She's really not moved by the tears because in Sheree's mind, she just got her lick back, so she's not understanding why Drew is feeling blindsided or bombarded in any way. She ain't moved. Just like Candy, she's not moved either. She's not moved either. She said she felt like she was watching a movie because she's seen Drew have much more intense disagreements with the ladies in the group, and she not go run off in tears. So she's just not, she's not buying it. Drew feels like, because she does have a moment to have this one-on-one conversation with Sheree. Kenya and Sonya kind of stand to the back and then they just excuse themselves. But Sheree listens and Drew, shares that this is serious to her. She's never been sued before. And so this lawsuit is something that is stressing her out in her life right now. So whether you feel like it's a small thing or not, whether you think it's just $1,000 or not, for her, it's a lot because this has never happened to her before. And you have to be mindful of that especially when it comes to your friends. You may not think that what they're bringing to you, venting to you about, all of that, you may not feel like it's that big of a deal. And it might not be that big of a deal in your world. But in their world, it's something. Like in their world, it shook them up a little bit. And so as a friend, just be empathetic. Just be more empathetic. And I kind of felt Drew in that moment. They don't allow Drew to have those moments. Like in general, when it comes to reality TV, the minute you cry about something, everybody just drags. And it's like, fuck, I can't be vulnerable and cry about something. Granted, when it comes to Drew, she got misplaced anger because, the production asked all the ladies, their feelings on this, and Kenya hit the nail on the head. I think that Drew got something going on with Ralph. That's the reason for these tears. And it is. She admits that she's a little bit worried about what her husband may or may not be doing right now in Vegas. And so that's what's at the forefront of her mind. That's what's got her all shook up. That's really what it is. Sonya and Kenya, when they go back inside, they share with the rest of the ladies what's going on with Drew. Like I said, Drew, they at production asked her if she's holding something back from the ladies, and she admits, yeah, basically I'm holding back the fact that I'm worried about my husband being in Vegas. Like that's what she would rather, I guess, concern herself with than anything that these ladies are talking about. She worried about Ralph. That's what's going on with her. She's worried about Ralph in Vegas and that lady auditioning her husband's peen. She worried about that. When Drew and Sheree rejoined the group, Sonya just wants to add, that she feels like, learning from this moment, even when you're disagreeing with somebody, you may not like them, whatever, just have the respect for that person to hear them out, She said that's just her 2 cents. Kenya say, I think we got a bucket outside for them 2 cents. And then gonna say, Sonya, I like her. I'm just playing. Girl, no, you was being mean. You was being mean, girl. Don't try to backpedal now. Sheree brings up a side conversation that she had with Kenya regarding Candy not being around enough. And, Candy's like, here we go with this again. She working. she working. She got jobs. She says some opportunities I'm not turning down. You know, she feels like she's just getting her footing and just now, you know, on the road to success. And they're like, girl, what? I feel like you should be wrapping it up about now. Like you think you just now started? No, girl. No, it's time for you to stop and smell the flowers. It's time. And I think I understand what she's saying because granted, Candy might have been writing some music. She might have been doing a lot of things before Real Housewives of Atlanta. But post Real Housewives of Atlanta, the lady's career has just taken off. Okay? She ain't have all them businesses or none of that. So, yeah, she is just now, you know, really, really, really got her footing. Really, 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 made some waves. She's really built her empire. And if she feels like she's not done, she's not done. Shit. who are I to tell that lady when to stop working? I just have to respect the fact that she's working. And she understands, that at this season in her life, the invitations to stuff may stop because, ain't nobody gonna keep inviting you somewhere and you're not coming. Now that's just not gonna keep happening, and she understands that, and it just is what it is. She's really not pressed about it because she's in her bag, and that's just what it is. All right, day 2. The ladies they're supposed to be doing a pottery class as well as they're gonna go to this market and shop for some foods with a chef that's going to prepare all everything that they buy at the market for their lunch, and Kenya, she don't never be respecting the folk time. Oh, she be lollygagging. And everybody be on the bus. And she be just still in her pajamas, sitting outside on the lanai having coffee. Moseying around the room like people aren't waiting for her. But when it's her, oh, you better be down there on time. On time. Early. You better be down there early or she leaving you. Anyway, she get down there. And as soon as she step outside, she busts her ass. Because she in house shoes, for one, and it's raining. Now, the way she fell, it looked like she landed on her side. Like she broke her fall. She didn't land on her back, but she's complaining about her back just hurting so bad. She can't walk. She crying. I just didn't buy it. Just knowing Kenya, it's like when it comes to this type of stuff, she's going to play it up so she can so it can be a whole ambulance ride, all that. All that. That lady was okay. Girl, dust yourself off and get on the bus. But no, she got to take a trip to the hospital. And she want Candy to go with her. This is Candy last day in Portugal. She got to go home tomorrow and you got her up in the hospital. Anyway, Courtney and Drew are sitting at the bar. Courtney feels like, the universe has a way of bringing it right on back around full circle, don't it? Karma is a bitch, ain't it? And Drew's like, excuse me, what you mean by that? You trying to say that this is her karma? That lady say, I ain't say all that. I'm not God. Listen, I'm just saying. Maybe we needed to clear the negative energy out. Something dramatic needed to happen. So we could clear out the negative energy. Basically, she's saying Karma got Kenya's ass. Because she says she makes mention as well that this is the second trip that Kenya has been, wheeled out in a stretcher. She ain't enthused. She's not buying it. She's not enthused. It's raining every day, so they went during a bad time during rain season. So any outdoor activities that they planned to do, no. So they're going to go to the market first. They get to the market. The chef walks them around and everything. Mayetta calls Candy. Candy's still sitting around in the waiting area. And Mayetta feel like, why you ain't using your famous card? You need to be telling them folks you a VIP. Excuse me, Mayetta. Don't nobody give a fuck about it. Them people don't care. Them people do not know her over there. Those people do not know Candy Burris Tucker. Let alone Kenya Moore. And so y'all gonna wait in this waiting area like everybody else. Like all the common folk. Like all the regular folks. Because that's who you are to them. Regular folk. Like the nerve of her to think that she should bypass everybody else waiting because it's Candy Burris and Kenya Moore. Mayetta, girl, please. People don't know you. Anyway, they get to the restaurant. The man talking, and that makes him, that Marlo like that accent. It make her think about Scotland and his accent and how he be, I don't know. Listen, I really am surprised that this has lasted this long. I really expected Marlo to go on that date, and then we ain't never see him again. But she is really dating him, like on her Instagram and everything. She is dating this man. Go ahead, girl. Anyway, she whips out her phone, because she's a little smitten schoolgirl now. She look, did I show y'all the picture of our first date? She's showing everybody, And Sheree gonna blurt out, oh, Kenya said it was fake. She said it was a Tinder date. We go to Kenya and Sheree's conversation, and Kenya did indeed say she ain't taking this Tinder date seriously. She ain't worried about it. Mayetta thinks it's a little too early for her to be flashing his picture around, just really showing him off. But I guess people do things differently. She was like, she also thought that it was in poor taste for Marlo to bring up the fact that she went on a date with Roy, and then you went in your DMs. It was just too much. Marlo says, like, when Kenya went in her DMs, behind Martell, like the same thing. So it's okay for her to go in her DMs and prove that Martell was in her DMs, but I can't prove that I went on a date with Roy and that he slid in my DMs. I can't do that. It's cool when she do it, but it's a problem when I do it. Okay. Martell calls, child. Y'all, this this is some bullshit, man. We saw this conversation on Love and Marriage Huntsville when he called Sheree while she was in Portugal. She called him. The way that's how they gotta make it seem on each respective show. On his show, he gonna make it seem like she was calling him. On her show, she gonna make it seem like he was calling her. Whole time Productions set that old shit up. It was a 3-way call with production because he get on that line talking about. And it's so funny because Martell, please. Martell, you good. You listen, that was good acting. That was good acting, Martell, because anyway, he talking about you gonna be gone for a lot of days, right? We never gone that long without having sex, so you just make sure you thinking about me. I can't even get it out without laughing because whatever. We don't go that many days without having sex. Y'all are not having sex. So just please. But okay, anyway. If they gonna buy it, listen, the people, they bought it. So I guess. She get off the phone, switches subjects to Candy being dismissive to Drew's feelings, by that whole and scene comment. Drew, she doesn't really talk about it. Like, she doesn't dive into it. I don't think Candy is gone, so I'm assuming Drew just would rather address Candy. And so she just was like, I felt like maybe she misinterpreted me just the same way you misinterpreted me. And because Sheree is like, wait, we not talking about me, we talking about Candy. Like, why you not holding Candy accountable for what she did, for what she said? They feel like, she's brown nosing or, completely just gonna deflect and be oblivious to Candy being shady towards her just because that's her friend. But I just took it as Drew would rather address Candy on her own because she does, Candy and Kenya, sorry about that. Candy and Kenya, they are back Kenya's fine. She ain't break no bones or nothing. Just like we thought. The ladies, they go to do their pottery making class. And in Marlo's confessional, she has to make it known that, or make it a point that Candy and Kenya are the common denominator as far as conflict goes. The group is getting along so well. Did you notice? Look at the common denominator. Who's not here? Candy and Kenya. As if they don't be arguing with you, Marlo. Anyway, they're working on their pottery or whatever, and Sonya and Mayetta have this weird, disjointed, fake ass argument, and then and scene. It's like cute girls, cute. Anyway, they go back to the room. They're gonna do a slumber party. They're gonna meet in Sheree's room. It's Candy's last night, so she gonna head on down there for a little while before she got to head out early in the morning. They ask her about the her foreign hospital experience. She shares how that went. Before she leaves, Drew has to address what was brought to her attention. And Candy finishes her sentence because she knows what she said. Oh yeah, I said and scene. Because I just feel like you done went through, sorry for the man out here with the revving of the engine. Anyway, Candy honestly didn't feel like the argument was that intense for her to be up crying. So her knee-jerk response was to make a joke about it because you can't be serious. Sheree sitting over there eating her grapes thinking it's so funny. She loves it. She loves the mess. Drew, she said, I wasn't acting. It wasn't an and scene moment. I was actually being vulnerable. And she feels away. She's a bit bothered by that because Candy is really like, girl, I didn't think it was that serious. What you want me to say? She said she think they're all uptight too. They're all too uptight sometimes. Drew feels like with this group, she has never allotted the opportunity to just cry and it not be she's so dramatic. She's acting. Yeah, she's an actor, but she's not acting out every day of her life. She's not always putting on a show for you guys. Sometimes she is really going through something. Did you ever think about the fact that I could just be going through some stuff? She going through some stuff with Ralph. She got stuff going on. And that's all she wants y'all to understand is that she has vulnerable moments and don't poke fun at them when she's having her vulnerable moments. And she just didn't expect it from Candy. Candy apologizes. I'm sorry, girl. Sheree, she checks in with Sonya. How you doing? I know you had a little tiff with your sister. What's going on with that? And she cries immediately, talking about their sister and the family situation. Y'all gonna get it together. Y'all gonna get it right. They gonna figure it out. Candy asked about Drop It with Drew. Thank you for asking. It's going great. Going great. Marlo says, listen, I don't like to work out, but I got a membership anyway, just to support. Sheree says, since we supporting, I ain't seen nobody. I ain't seen no. I ain't seen no invoices, no nothing from none of y'all. And they all get on their phone like, girl, we had every intention. This is sign. We had every intention on shopping, girl. So when I go to shop, because this is what I want to buy, how do I add to cart? Sheree is like, they need to cut the bullshit. Don't act like y'all don't know how to, maneuver on a website. We're not doing this. Thing is, Sheree, the people want to support you, but every time they tried, your site was down. Stuff wasn't on the stuff they wanted wasn't up there on the site. It was always something. And so yeah, people move on with their lives, girl. But they had every intent on supporting her, like as a whole. They had a whole group chat and everything talking about it. Okay, so when is it gonna drop? When is it gonna be live? All that. Don't try to make it seem like your friends don't want to support you. They have tried. If there was something to support, you got to have your ducks in a row. Talking about support me. Marlo throw hers out there too. I don't be seeing y'all down at the archive either. Cause those aren't your targeted customers. They can afford to buy everything in the archive, and so they don't need to go and rent it. So yeah, that's why they ain't been down there till the archive. Um Sonya, she speak. Oh no! I done already said that. My bad. We wrap that on up. We just gonna wrap that on up. They start that twerking, drinking, all of that, having a good time. They wrap filming, and an hour later, Marlo got her phone propped up, getting some footage, and so they're in there discussing the Bolo situation, and apparently Drew also did some making out that night with Latoya. You know, we saw Latoya and Portia kissing, but we didn't know nothing about Latoya and Drew. And we remember at the reunion, Latoya was adamant that she had cheated on her husband, that they had kissed, and Drew was adamant that that was not true. Candy is standing in there saying, "Girl, I saw you. You absolutely did." Marlo say, "I'm 80% sure she did, because that other 20%, I don't know. Drew is such a good liar. She be acting, I don't know. She got me believing that she really didn't do it." Drew is really saying, I did not kiss that woman. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. She did not. Candy is like, "Girl, yes you did. And you're not about to make me out to be no liar, because I saw you. I saw you. You're not about to play like I didn't see what I saw. I saw you." Production asks Drew. No, because production, they also add, "Latoya said it too, Drew. Latoya said at the reunion that y'all kissed." Drew says, "Oh, and Latoya said that Candy told her to say that." They asked Drew, "Have you ever kissed a woman?" "I have never kissed a woman." Drew is so distraught by the way that they have edited this, or whatever, the clips that we see when Drew is met with these questions about Ty and her sexuality. She is so uncomfortable with just outwardly saying, "Yeah, I kissed her. I had fun and was drunk. It was a drunken, girls' fun night." Like, y'all did a lot that night, and I don't understand. I don't. She is so. It makes her so uneasy, to the point where sis be about to cry and all that. It was a simple, "Did you kiss Ty? Are you?" Yeah, that was the question. It was a simple question. "Did you kiss Ty?" And they might have just edited it that way. I don't know, but it's like, girl, it's okay, Drew. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, because your marriage to Ralph is over anyway. That also is what's coming down the pipe. Oh, Drew. I don't know why she lying about kissing Latoya. Latoya was kissing everybody that night. She was kissing on Portia. I think she was kissing on Bolo. She was kissing on Drew. Y'all did a lot that night, and I mean, we've already. And why they even sitting up talking about that anyway? Why y'all talk about that anyway? Anyway, that's where it ends. Until next time, guys, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.